What's up, everybody, and welcome to Shapes of Gaming, the weekly conversational podcast all about video games that's unedited, unfiltered, and unhinged. I'm one of your hosts, Matt Stenson, Neocharge on PSN, and joining me, as always, for episode number 33, Bob, our expedition, if you will, is the Retro Gaming Encyclopedia, Bob Harriman, Leon Lyon-Hartley on PSN. What is up, man? How's your night going?
Good. That's really serendipitous considering the subject material we're about to touch for this episode. So well done. But yeah, doing pretty good. Finally done with work, ready to do our usual sessions and chats here, and then maybe off to go play some more games this evening.
Oh yeah, that's the plan for me as well. Yeah, we're on episode 33 and Expedition 33. Claire Obscure Expedition 33 has been nominated for so many categories. If you've heard our the Game Awards nominees voting that we did, you'll find that we voted a lot for Claire Obscure, and I think it has Game of the Year in the bag, and I think it's gonna sweep a lot of the categories, but we'll see. Today, actually, the Game Awards are upon us. We are recording on the eve of the day of the Game Awards. You are hearing it on the day of the Game Awards. So the Game Awards goes live today at 5:30 p.m. MST, 7:30 p.m. EST. The pre-show goes live, and then the show actually starts. The pre-show is important because they do give awards out, and there's a lot of content there, and there's some trailers and stuff like that. So, but the actual core show starts at 6 p.m. MST, 8 p.m. EST, 5 p.m. PST. So we're super excited. This episode is all about the Game Awards. We're kind of like doing a three-parter, I guess, because we did the votes, and now we're going to do, what we think we're going to see at the Game Awards, and the news that has broken, what's confirmed, what we really want to see, and what we think we'll see. And then the next episode is, of course, going to be a recap and a news flood of everything that happened at the Game Awards. So it's that time of year, Bob. We're super excited. The Game Awards are a celebration of video games, and it sounds like Keeley is going to put on one hell of a show today, or tonight, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. I am so excited. This is that time of year for me. I've got two big things that I look out for in the video game as part of our passion and hobby, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I have to sell it to the way non-gamers are at work, because I work with a bunch of older generational people. They grew up with Ataris, but it's not their thing. It's not a millennial hobby primarily like we have here. And I have to tell them, first, the Game Awards is it's like the Emmys for the video game industry. You have other award ceremonies, so on and so forth, that you can parallel, but this is the big night with all the big stuff. And then, of course, naturally, I always let people know, like, that esports time in October is my Super Bowl, so kind of that's my parallel, and people tend to get it. But yes, TGAs, I'm here for it. I love almost every year has been a banger, and last year was amazing, so I'm fully expecting to see what we get this year, because I hear a lot of stuff's coming.
Definitely. We've had a lot of stuff confirmed by publishers and developers. We've had a lot of stuff rumored and, clues pointing to reveals. But last year's Game Awards, I'd say, was probably one of the best. It was the 10th anniversary. The Game Awards started in 2014. I've been to 3 of them live. It was awesome. They're fucking amazing. They're held in LA. I almost went this year, but I don't know. I had to find a place to stay, and I wanted to have a little watch party here and watch it with all my friends. Honestly, I didn't want to be surrounded by a group of strangers and live by myself, So we're going to have a watch party. I got a shitload of snacks for us. We're going to drink. We're going to have a good time. We're going to celebrate video games. That's what it's all about, is celebrating video games. And this time of year is core for that. So yeah, super excited. How's life been? What are you drinking?
Well, life is doing good. We'll get to that. But tonight it is from Crooked Stave Brewing. I saw the name and thought, well, why not, right? They tend to hit. And this is the El Churro. It's a pastry stout. I guess that's a new thing that's started, or it's something that's gone by my head. Pastry stouts.
So Weldworks has a
Okay.
shitload of pastry stouts. Yeah, there's a ton out there, and Weldworks is famous for them.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was the first time I heard that name. But either way, it's a 7.5%, and
Damn.
quite frankly, you can taste it. If they dialed down that a little bit in this stout, I think you'd get a lot of good of that churro goodness of the cinnamon and sugar kind of in there. But you know
Yeah.
what? I'll bring it tomorrow, and you can be my second judge. How's that sound?
Okay. Okay. I will. You know what I think would fix that is what I like to do more in the hot summer months is make a stout float, and you put vanilla ice cream in there, and then you have an alcoholic stout float. So instead of root beer, you're using stout of some sort. Typically, I use Sad Panda. It's a coffee stout with some really good vanilla ice cream. Fuck, dude, you're yeah, it's amazing.
Ooh,
So
all right. You have my attention there.
yeah,
That sounds good. That reminds me. Have you ever had? I'm the only person I've ever known out of my like immediate family that knows. You ever had beer bread or made it?
beer bread? No, but I'm intrigued.
Okay. So what you do is kind of like what you do with brats, because folks, listen to Bob here. I grew up in the drunkest state in the union. To make
Hell yeah,
brats, you broil them in a cheap alcohol, or cheap beer, should I say, first with your spices. It brings out the flavor. You do the same thing with bread, but you know how you use yeast
yeah.
and a little bit of wet. You replace the yeast and the wet ingredients when you're mixing everything together with a 12-ounce can of an
Hmm.
American lager. So you know your old Pabst Blue Ribbons, things like that, and you bake your bread as you would normally. Dude, it crusts over much better than any other normal bread, but it's like a hard those tackier breads, but it still has the softness and inside of like
Oh my god.
a, of a freshly baked one, dude. And you get that beer aroma when you crack it open because of all the yeast burning off. Dude, it's amazing. I'm gonna have to make you some sometime.
I think we should do something even more to that. Let's make it, but let's smoke it in my fucking smoker because it can be an oven and you can put it at like 350. So let's make beer bread smoked with hardwood.
Oh,
Yeah,
my inner stoner just went, please.
right. So let's do a bread day. A lot of chicks like making that bread nowadays. So we're like, oh, let's have a bread day. Come over and we'll make some bread. How about that?
Oh, I blame the pandemic for that shit, man. People lost their minds. You could
Oh my
tell.
god.
Not to ramble, but let's be honest. It was a weird time, and the thing that struck me the most were watching people come pick up these hobbies like sourdough bread or
Yeah.
beer making or things of that nature. Meanwhile, us gamers were like, "Wait, we get to sit in a house and not have to talk to people, and I can play games. Sign me the fuck up, right?"
Yep. Oh, dude, COVID was some of the best times, honestly. Yes, of course, people died. It was a pandemic, right? That is unfortunate. Personally, I I wasn't mad about it because I played the shit out of Final Fantasy VII remake and Doom Eternal in a super small apartment, and I wasn't bothered, and I worked remote. And yeah, COVID brought some good stuff like curbside pickup, like Best Buy. You just you know drive up and put your shit in the app, and they come and they just bring the stuff right to your car. It's fucking awesome.
I'm the same. That changed me. The
Mm-hmm.
delivery and the pickup
Mm-hmm.
stuff, it changed me in a way that I didn't think could be done, because
Right.
I used to go to the grocery store at Sunday at like 6 in the morning because I hated to be around the people. And if I got there early enough on a Sunday when everybody was at church, well, a large majority of people were at church,
Mm-hmm.
I could avoid the crowds. Now I pay $10 a month or something, and I get free delivery and just have it dropped off at my door. Tell people, don't ring my doorbell. I've got a ring. I can see when you're dropping my stuff off. And then I turn around and I go pick it up and I put it in my house. I don't have to be with the crowd.
Shit. That's crazy. I usually do curbside pickup. So like today, uh, I got all the snacks for the Game Awards, right? And I just went on fucking Target, the Target website. I added all the shit to my cart, paid for it, free pickup. I drive up to Target, I fire up the app, I put in the space I'm at, and like 10 minutes later, all my shit comes out and they throw it in the passenger seat and I'm off. And I don't have to deal with, dude, I started avoiding retail stores or pretty much anything that involves shopping from November 15th to January 15th. It's a madhouse out there. And yeah, I don't like it. No.
That's a whole rabbit hole, man, because I could tell you which Crystal loves to shop. It's kind of her thing. But surprise, my wife, who's a woman, loves to shop. Sorry, the joke's there. It writes itself. There are certain parts of the store you can avoid, and if you know what you're doing, that's actually, if you know the month of the year that it's in, you actually can figure out when's the best time to buy all products on a cheap sale, and when is the high market. So like next, you know what next month is going to be? Exercise equipment and storage totes, because everybody's going to try to get into shape, and then they got to store all the crap right afterwards.
I see. That makes sense. So that's when it'll be cheap and on sale, or more
That's when it's
expensive.
expensive.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Huh. Yeah. And for Black Friday, I have never gone out on Black Friday. Cyber Monday, I sit at my fucking desk and I'm like, boop, got it. All right, we're good. I'm not dealing with all that shit out there. No, thank you.
No. You don't want that. We don't want that in our lives.
No. We're borderline antisocial. Only with our crew though. Or we love being around the crew. I like being around people on the mountain too. People snowboarding and skiing. They're a different breed. There's a lot of them too. You don't really talk because you're just like flying down the mountain. I was at Keystone, I don't know, 4 days ago on Sunday. I'm still sore from it. And dude, it's another world out there. I love it. I'm going again this Sunday. So can't wait. I'm drinking another returner. It is the Freak Sour, one of my favorite sours from Odell Brewing. That is in Fort Collins, Colorado. I used to live like 15 minutes from the brewery. And it's basically just a super tart cherry sour. And I fucking love it. It might be my favorite sour, and sours being my favorite type of beer. So that's huge, but it's delicious. I love it. I have a 6-pack of it. You know, you gotta drink all 6. So I figured I'd follow this up after the tacos I had from Torchy's. Torchy's has some damn good tacos. That's their fucking slogan pretty much. And it's legit. So
it is. You get what you pay for there. That I can confirm. It is a little bit pricier. It's not the dollar tacos that I get at my food truck. You know, that's a 3-minute walk away from the house here, but it's good shit.
Yep, it is, and it's a little pricey, but it's definitely worth it for sure. Yeah, you get what you pay for. Let's see. Discord's popping off. We got a new poll. You want to talk about the poll?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I got a little wild hair up my ass the other day. Actually, this comes down from a survey at work. They went stupid office fun stuff. Hey, tell us your favorite Christmas movie. And then it sparked on me, and I was like, wait a minute. There's a debate every year, and this is my first opportunity to bring it to a public platform. So if you go onto our Discord at shapesofgaming.com, you can go ahead and in the general chat, which it's still open for 38 hours. So by the time you hear this, just over a day. The all-time question is Die Hard a Christmas movie? We're sitting right now. We're at 9 votes. 7 of us say yes. 0 say no. 7. I thought you said there's 9 votes. Yeah, I'm glad you asked, Matt. It's because I put another answer in there, just yippee-ki-yay for a little fun.
Motherfuckers.
We got 2 votes in there. So it looks like the community agrees. Die Hard is a Christmas movie. So I think afterwards, we're not sold yet, but I think we can put this one to bed.
Yeah, it is a Christmas movie. If you don't think that, you're wrong. That's it. That's how it is.
Is that your favorite Christmas movie?
No. My favorite Christmas movie probably has to be Elf.
You're a man of culture. Every year, I have to watch that with the family. That's right. With the little Jack in the Box, dude. I love that shit.
Yep. Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad. Bye, Mr. Norwal. Dude, it's
Call me
such
Elf.
a stupid slapstick cult classic. It's so fun. So fun.
Call me
Will
Elf
Ferrell,
one more
one of his
time.
best.
Yeah, it really is. It's a good.
Yep.
It's part of that era, man. But yeah, once again, that's on the Discord. You guys still have another day or so. Pretty sure we're confident how that's going. And outside of that, if you want to find that Discord server, go, like I alluded to earlier, go to shapesofgaming.com. That'll take you to the landing page where you're going to see not only the Discord invite link, you will also see the link to all of the places you can hear our beautiful voices. You can also find all of our social media channels. Shout out to our community manager, Alex, on this one. He's been killing it. And yeah, just go check it out. Join the conversation once again at shapesofgaming.com. So
beautiful. Yep. We have a lot of fun in the Discord, so it's been fun. So you are frozen. I don't know what is going on. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
See you. No, I can hear you still, but you're freezing up every 10 seconds. So we'll see if that clears up. Yeah, we also had another poll on the Discord. We're not going to say what the poll is or what it even involves, but we can say what game it's from. Claire Obscure Expedition 33. And we did a poll for a specific thing, and it's 50-50 with like 6 votes. So hopefully more than 6 people in the Discord played it. They might not have seen the poll because it was buried in the spoiler section of Claire Obscure Expedition 33. But other than that, it's interesting to see how divisive that poll specifically was, and it's just a testament to the game itself is a masterpiece, and can't wait to see it sweep at the Game Awards. So you're frozen on my end.
Hi. That's weird. That's really weird.
Yep,
Is because
so
it looks fine on
I
my
can't
end.
hear anything. It's just dead air. I don't know what is going on, but we'll see if it clears up. You keep coming in, you keep chopping. Your voice keeps chopping in. I guess I'll keep talking because I can't hear you, and that's okay. We can look into it as we're doing it. Okay. Well, he just left. I think he's gonna restart, come back in. How you doing, Bob?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, and you're better. You're not chopping up either. So
that's weird. That has to be I think that was our Zencaster. Hey, that's why we're unedited, folks. No,
you're frozen again, and we got a little Cloudflare warning.
Oh no, really? Yeah. Claire, did you say? Yeah.
I'm hearing like every second of what you're saying. You're frozen. Damn. Yeah, Zencaster's been having some issues, and we're not happy about it. It's one of the reasons we haven't been on video. So I don't know how this is going to turn out because I think it's pretty delayed. I think my voice is delayed and your voice coming in delayed. So
it's really strange because you look and sound fine on my end.
What?
Yeah, that's what I thought. That is weird. All right. Can you pause the recording?
Yeah. All right. So we ran into a little bit of a technical issue. We think it might be ISP related, but more internet service provider for those of you that aren't in IT. And we'll monitor as we go. So I think we're cooking now. And what do you say we talk about the games we're playing, Bob? Because we've been playing a lot of good shit.
Yeah, a lot of good games. Who would you like to start this week? Would you like to start or?
I can start.
Because I know you're chomping at the bit, my friend.
You know, I am playing my most anticipated game of the year, and I'm playing 2 games currently. So I was trying my hardest to finish Ghost of Yotei before Metroid Prime 4 Beyond didn't do it. So I am playing them simultaneously. And let's start with Metroid Prime Beyond. So first off, this title sequence, the startup of the game, the title screen, right? Best I've seen since Clair Obscur. Not gonna lie, it's incredible, and it really shows off. Like, hey, you're here, you're in 4K now on a Nintendo game, and you're ready to rock. That kind of like jarred me a little bit because this is the first 4K game I've ever played on Nintendo. This is like there. Yeah, I mean, what other ones? This is the first Switch 2 edition game I've played, right? So,
Yeah, no, you're right because you didn't play
right,
Bonanza. We played Mario Kart World, but I don't think that's going to be a really good shining example to say.
right.
But
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. This is the first big one for you, man. So yeah, hit me with those deets. I gotta know because
of
I
course.
know how much of a Metroid fan you are.
I'm a huge Metroid fan. Metroid Prime is in my top 5 games of all time, as you guys heard on our cast, the top 10 favorite games of all time. Metroid is one of my favorite IPs of all time. I think we had a cast for that as well. And yeah, this game. So we'll talk about the things that need improvement first, and then we'll talk, and then I'll just gush over how much I love this game. But we'll get the stuff that needs improved out of the way. Okay, first off, locking core aspects of the game behind amiibos, $30 or $40 amiibos, is fucking stupid, and I hate Nintendo for doing it. The amiibo I have, thankfully, I got because I like her model. I like Samus's new model. It's a $30 amiibo, and if you scan it, you get ambient music from levels in the game in the Soul Valley. And Soul Valley, let's talk about Soul Valley, shall we? I'm going to talk about everything that was in the marketing, but I won't talk about anything past that. Of course, we're a spoiler-free podcast. We don't spoil shit for people. So, uh, so Soul Valley. This is the This is the hub space that connects all of your levels. Right. It's open world, and the levels are on the outside. Think Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Uh, this is basically a Zelda-fied Metroid, and I'm here for it. But the way they did this open world connected area that connects all the other levels, it's just not good. Okay, you get a motorcycle that's been in the marketing. There's a fucking amiibo for it. You get it's called the Viola, and they the design and the mechanics and the gameplay of it are not good. I'm going to tell you right now. Like I had to find out there was a reverse because like you have to pull the thumbstick back to reverse and hit the acceleration. I thought, oh, just hold L2, or you have to hold L2, but it won't go anywhere until you pull the thumbstick back. Anyway, it feels like you're on ice the entire time. It's a really cool concept. Like her bike is fucking awesome. The way you get it, fucking awesome. One of my favorite levels so far in the game. But the controls and the mechanics for the Valley, Soul Valley, not good. And then they require you to collect these green crystals, and they're just scattered throughout the map. This place is barren, by the way. There's nothing to do in it. It's all brown. It's just like there's these gorgeous levels you go through. And this was in the marketing. There's Fury Green, like which is your jungle level. There's the Flare Pool, which is your basically Magmore Caverns and the fire level. There's the Ice Belt, which is your ice level. Just so diverse biomes, right? And then there's the Volt Forge, which is your oh man, I can't even. It's like a mechanical, fucking technological forge level. It's my favorite by far. But this desert is so barren, and it's ugly, and the Viola controls do not control well in it, and you're really floaty, and it's just not good. It's not well designed, and I'm not a fan of it. Does it break the game? Does it ruin your experience? Absolutely not. The game, let's see what else. The pacing, not great. There's a lot of padding, and the padding is, oh, you got this thing. Well, you got to go all the way back here, but then you got to go get this thing, and then you got to come back, and then you get this thing, and there's the load screens, not great. Load times, not great. So, like for example, you have to get this thing in the level, and then you have to go back and you have to initiate the thing. But to get to the level, you have a load screen, and to get back, you have two load screens. And they do this probably 5 or 6 times. So the pacing isn't great there. Load screens need work. And then you got this motherfucker called Miles McKenzie. He's an NPC. You run into him very early in the game. You're forced to do a companion mission with him for about 15 minutes. And the writing on him is not great. It's,
Ooh.
yeah, it's Marvel slapstick writing. He's like, oh, well, look at you now. You're in this forest. You could have been in a cubicle with Bob, but here we are. And I'm just like, shut the fuck up. I don't want to hear anything. And then he's like, Samus Aran. Oh my God, the legendary bounty hunter. Okay, well, let's go here. And then you shoot a missile. He's like, oh, wow, cool. Look, you have an arm cannon. It's bad. Thankfully, that section lasts about 15 minutes. But he does pop up as your Navi or your Fi from fucking Skyward Sword every once in a while. And you're exploring and you're like, he's like, hey, Samus, have you thought of going to this area and this place you haven't explored yet? Why don't you do that? And then it like gives you a prompt that makes you open the map it won't go away until you open the map. Then you open the map and it's like, go here. And I was like, I was on my fucking way there because I'm not an idiot. So Miles McKenzie, not great. He is not a good NPC. There are other NPCs in this game that are cool, but he just won't shut the fuck up, and he's annoying. His part was written very badly. Does that break the game and does that ruin the experience? Absolutely not.
Okay, all right.
No, nothing does, because this game fucking shines in the levels. You have your opening mission. This was in the demo. This is the first, in Prime, you got your space frigate and then you land on the planet, right? That's really cool. Amazing cinematics. This is the prettiest Nintendo game I've ever played. This makes me very excited for Nintendo's next generation, if you will. This is their start to that, and it excites me for what they can do on a PS4, even maybe PS4 Pro level of fidelity and graphical performance. But yeah, they drop you in the first level. The music hits. You're like, yeah, this is why I'm here. This is what I was waiting for. The levels in this game are incredible. The second level, favorite in the game, incredible level design, great enemy diversity. And the cool thing is each level is it's not just like, oh, you got your fucking forest level. No, like it explains it with the lore you find and the things you scan. I've been scanning everything. It's great. That why this level exists and why it's laid out this way and what the function is with it in the world, and why the Lamorn is the alien race that you're basically finding out what happened to them, why they are here on this planet, what they were doing. And each level is based off of a function of the Lamorn society. So that was really cool. It's super fun to play. Another thing, of course, you lose all your upgrades, right? This is a Metroid Prime game. You're going to lose all your upgrades, and then you go through the levels and you find them. There might be 2 or 3 new ones that we've never seen before, and that's about it. It's kind of like the same shit, but they do it in a way I think is a little fresh. And you have psychic powers in this one, which is a really cool, unique thing. And yeah, I'm loving this game. Like, dude, it's just the level design, the writing with Samus's story. And by the way, I haven't heard Samus talk, and as she shouldn't. but all the NPCs, they talk. But Samus never talks. It's like Master Chief. So that's awesome. Love it. I don't want Samus talking. She's just and so I don't know if it's canon or not, or if she took a vow of silence in the past games. Or she might not even be able to talk because she has her helmet on, and it doesn't do pass through audio. I don't know, but there are points where it's like Samus should be responding, and she's just like fucking pointing and nodding, and it's just like, oh, maybe you can't talk in that suit. I don't know. New suit designs, amazing. I've seen them all, and I haven't finished the game. So, but yeah, the Viola suit in marketing, that's the one, the red and silver one. Dude, she's so sexy in this game. It's so fun. Ranking it, I don't like ranking shit because each game like offers something unique, right? But man, I'd say it's my third favorite Prime right now. Haven't beat it. I'm on the fifth area. I think it's either the last area before the final area or the second to last area. I'm not sure, but I think I'm like 75% done with the game, and I've been impressed. There are some interesting design choices, like I said, about with the valley and the writing for some of the NPCs, and Miles fucking McKenzie can just eat a dick. But I don't think it ruins the experience, right? So
Yeah, no, I've got a couple of questions for you on this.
sure.
So first, this is maybe a take home project since you're working on it.
Okay.
The music thing in the desert. I've
Yes.
heard a lot of different conflicting reports. And because
Mm-hmm.
naturally, since I don't have the Switch 2, I'm not playing Metroid Prime 4. I'm not going to do it on Switch Fun 1, folks. I know you can, but I can't bring myself to do it. I hear you can get the music, but you have to get 100% scan rate and 100% item completion in order to have the feature unlockable. So just
Yes.
if you
So
want,
the amiibo does an early unlock for something that can be obtained in the game, uh, with I believe 100% scan and in your next playthrough.
okay.
So, but however, the music in the desert just makes it so much better. And the desert being poorly designed, the fact that they lock this behind essentially physical DLC or a new game plus feature is just fucking stupid. Because I mean, I turned it off for a bit and I was like, this is mind-numbingly boring. And then I turned it on. I just cruise around to Volt Forge. It's my favorite track in the entire game. It's incredible. It's got like rock themes to it. It's amazing. But I don't see why the hell they would do that. And it should just be there already as a feature in the game because it makes traversing the desert so much better.
I agree, but I ask because the term lock behind something to me means
Yeah.
it's physically locked behind a purchase of some kind, but
Yeah.
still shady as all hell because by the time, let's be honest, by the time you're done with getting the unlock requirements,
Yeah.
it kind of you're like, this isn't really worth chasing down unless you really want it,
Right.
But good to
I
know.
have. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, speaking of the desert, because I've seen the videos and heard other people talking about this, um, to help, and I'm going to frame this in a way to try to keep it spoiler free. Is
Sure.
the desert area tied to the lore like deeply, or is the story like? Do they explain why it's a desert attached to these biomes? Is the answer I'm
Uh,
going
my answer is I hope they fucking do.
to? Okay, so they
Because
haven't
they
gotten
haven't
that.
yet.
Yeah, all right. I'm just curious because that would be a good way to kind of tie the thing together. Otherwise, it just
Right.
feels like an unfinished level, right?
Yeah.
And then, like you said, you mentioned because I saw the clip. I can't help it on social media. There are some things I know I'm going to run into, and I'm not going to cry.
Oh yeah.
In this case, is that line from that NPC, the "You're Samus, the bounty hunter." Correct me if I'm wrong, but where does this fall in the Metroid timeline? Because I thought the Prime series was between Metroid 1 and 2, which means she might not necessarily have the
Not
notoriety
at
yet.
all.
So, all
No,
right,
not at all.
please correct me
Yeah.
because I'm wrong then.
Sure. Prime is after all of the Metroid games. So Prime is in her prime, and it's when she's a little older. So Talon 4, the landing on Talon 4 happens after Dread.
Oh, okay.
So
No,
she's a notorious bounty hunter, very well known. In corruption, she made a huge name for herself for reasons I won't go into because it spoils corruption.
yeah.
But everyone knows who Samus is. She's a legendary, well known bounty hunter.
Okay, good. I
Yeah,
just
and
see
it's
that sometimes, and I'm like, that bothers me. But no, that's good. I'm glad they kept it canonical.
yeah. So Prime is after the Metroid series, and if we ever get Metroid 6, Prime will most likely still be after that. I don't know though. Because yeah, it's Metroid 1 through 5 and then Prime 1 starts. If I remember correctly, I'm going to look that up when you're doing your stuff just to verify, but I'm pretty sure Prime is like the bookend and like she's way older. Like you see a helmetless Samus in Prime and she looks like a woman, like a grown ass woman.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's very well known, especially within the Federation, like the Galactic Federation. They know her, and like there's archives on her, so she's like a famous bounty hunter, and everyone knows her. So, and now we're in Prime 4, which is like it's canonically after Prime 3. Like, I mean, the 100% ending in Prime 3 literally like goes into Prime 4. So it's like back to back to back. I don't think it's part of the Phazon era, the Phazon series. I think it might be starting a new one. So
Oh,
that's exciting. We'll see though. Nothing confirmed. But I'm hoping. I hope it's not a standalone game outside of the Prime trilogy, the Phazon trilogy, if you will. But we'll see. And I'm very excited to find that out. So yeah, uh, yeah. And then I've also been playing Ghost. Oh, and the music in Prime 4 doesn't hit as good as Prime 1, but
oh,
it doesn't. Prime 1 I don't think can be touched. Honestly, you got Fendrana drifts. Like it's not going to be touched.
that's
It
fair.
gets close though. It gets close. There's not a lot of them, and there's a lot of just ambient, like kind of Breath of the Wild, the planet noises and stuff like that. Especially in one level, it's basically silent and almost like a survival horror, which is pretty cool. But then the second half of the level, you get that music kicking in. They cooked on the music for sure. The music in this game is great. Volt Forge might be in some of my top favorite Metroid tracks of all time. I'll have you listen to it. I want you to see the title screen when you come over tomorrow. I want to fire it up just so you can see it, and you'll be like, oh, so this is next generation Nintendo.
I do want to see that for the simple reason, good friend of the show, my friend Mike, he has Metro. He's been playing that, as you know, but he's been playing it on the Switch One OLED, and he did the handheld. So when he came over, he's like, "Dude, you got to see this. It looks beautiful on
Really?
the Switch
Okay.
One OLED." I couldn't believe it, but now I'm kind of curious to see how that translates because of the dock being more powerful on the Switch Two to translate into an OLED display. I'm really excited to see how that looks.
Yeah, it's 4K, 4K 60 locked. I haven't encountered any frame drops at all. Yeah,
Oh, that's music to my fucking ears right there.
yeah, yeah. All fired up. That title screen is incredible. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I can't really give my final thoughts on it because I haven't finished it, but maybe next episode. I plan on finishing it soon. Hopefully, we'll see. But another game I've been playing, Ghost. I've talked a lot about Ghost. I hit a part last night that changed my thoughts on it, and it really hit its stride. This was the area that one of our friends said it really finds its identity here, and I can see why. Just the story beat, incredible, really cool twist, and I'm enjoying it. I'm getting that itch to go back now, whereas before I was like, I don't really feel like playing this, but now I'm like, oh, I want to see where this goes. And Atsu, her character is really growing. Uh, the weapon variety in this game is really cool. The combat super fun. The resource management and the resource collection. I'm like maxed on everything, and I can't pick up anything. I guess I'm too much of an explorer, I guess, and I've like upgraded everything too to where I can so far. So I think they give you too many resources, and I'm wondering. I guess I could sell them. Maybe I'll do that. I have so much money too. Like I have so much money. There's a mini game in the game called Zeni Hajaki. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's so fucking easy, and you bet money. And like I've lost maybe once, and it was because it was rigged. It was literally rigged in the game. Uh, but you like flick coins to hit other coins, and it uses the adaptive triggers to like gauge your distance. It's pretty cool. I like the minigame. It's too easy though. It's too easy. Combat pretty challenging. I've died a couple times, and if you get surrounded by a lot of enemies, they'll fuck you up. So I like a challenge in the game. I am enjoying it. I'm about 40 hours in, and I think it says I'm like 40% done with the actual main story. So I'm a big explorer. I've been, ooh, piece of candy, ooh, piece of candy. And I just collect everything. So the activities to do in this game are really cool. Like they're unique, and it's like, oh, I really want to do this, especially the hot springs, man. Mm. That's fun, and it's cool. It gives you more health. So yeah,
Ooh, there you go. Dude, you're
and
speaking my language on all this.
you get to see Atsu's ass. So that's another
Ooh,
perk. Yeah.
Gooners beware. No, I'm glad to hear that because that might be my next big. You got to take your games in like chunks and
Yeah.
slices, and that might be my next big one. We'll find out, but damn.
Yep. Yep. It's finding its footing, and it's finding its identity now. And I can see what they're trying to do now. I'm getting the idea of what they're trying to convey, and I'm liking Atsu more. And yeah, it's good. It's good. I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to play more. So yeah.
Glad to hear it, man.
Yeah. The area I'm in, it was interesting to get there. It's the best area in the game. A lot of our friends think so too. But it was interesting to get there because you had to just like skip a lot of the game. It's open world, open zone, right?
Yeah,
So there's
yeah.
zones you go to, but you can choose which zone you want to go to. And like I kind of got sucked into a zone I didn't even know, and that's the first zone I did. But the one I really wanted because of a specific item there that they were teasing, uh, I had to like skip an entire like 2 levels to get there. And then you go through a story beat in a zone before that, and then you get to the zone. So, but the trophy I just popped is right after the last story trophy I popped. So I guess I'm going in the order the game wants me to. I don't know. I think it's laid out a little interestingly, and they could have done that a little better. But other than that, if I recommend if you are playing this game, I would probably do that zone second, like I did. Do the northeast or northwest zone, and then do the far northeast zone. But you have to go through 2 zones to get to that zone. It's crazy. But yeah, great game. Can't wait to play more.
I I definitely looking forward to playing it.
Awesome.
It's definitely. I'm not asking too much because I want to be surprised. This is like Ghost of Tsushima was my game of the year. The year it
Yeah,
came
me
out.
too. Me too.
So this is the follow up for a very high expectation. I just want to let it sit there and be like, I'll get to you someday.
Mhm. Yep. I think it just got a patch too. So hey, man, you know, those who wait now like play a more polished product. It's just like okay, whatever. Like I didn't get to it till like a month or two in, and it's still getting patches. So
Oh
it's
wow.
okay. Yeah, yeah. So what are you playing, man? You're playing some good shit. I really want to hear your thoughts on
Yeah, yeah. I
the
knew you were
best
going to expect this.
blast.
Yeah. As of, I'm continuing on a trend of this backlog. This is, as I've discussed before, this is my time of year where new games are put on the back burner until Christmas, essentially. I had just finished a couple of games. I was in a what do I want to go for mood. I thought about Shinobi Art of Vengeance just because I had it. It was staring at me, and then I said, I'm not feeling you. So I went ahead and brought up my download for Alan Wake Remastered, and started there. I was about
Yeah.
4 hours in before when I quit. It wasn't that it was a bad game. I just got distracted. And this was months ago. And I got to say, man, this game rocks when you look at it from the lens of when it came in. Uh, so for those that may not know, Alan Wake, you are, and I'm going to give you, I don't know marketing beats on this one. It's fresh for
Mm.
me, but this is an older game. So I'm going to give you like that, like, here's the framework, but I'm not going to give you story stuff because this is a very story heavy game. Okay.
Yeah, and there's a lot of unknown. So yeah, stay cautious
Uh-huh. Oh,
with
I got
yeah.
this. I got this. So to give you the premise and the setup, this is a survival horror, if you will. You play a writer named Alan Wake, who's a very famous writer in this world that he's in. And from New York, bestseller, all that good stuff, fame, fortune, the whole nine yards. He decides he's going to write his next book. He's got some writer's block he's dealing with, so he goes on a vacation with his wife to the Pacific Northwest in this town called Bright Falls. From there, some stuff happens where, let's just say, his wife goes missing. And it sends him down this rabbit hole of discovering what happened to her, and a lot of other things that I don't want to say too much because this game is very story driven and it's very meta. Um, in that regard. The survival horror aspects, to the what reels you in from a gameplay perspective is you're going through areas of darkness, surprise, and you're using light as a primary offensive element to ward off the enemies, the bad stuff, the spirits, whatever it is, right? And you're using your flashlight to, guess you could say, stun them or make them vulnerable, and then from there you do survival horror stuff. Bang bang, weapons. What's really cool is you can get grenades that are essentially flashbangs or flares. So instead of a traditional grenade, you're dealing with light bursts. Really cool. That being said, let me get the I don't want to say the bad stuff, but let me get some of the
Sure.
less refined stuff out of the way. I played the DLCs with this, the two bonus episodes after the main story. Um, and one of the very last one was very puzzle, but it was also platform heavy, because this is third person. And Remedy should have just, quite frankly, not done it.
Yeah.
Platforming is not good in this game. The hip there were some times where I jump and I'd be like, I experienced this in Darksiders and I attributed it to the FPS, but here now I think it wasn't the FPS or input rate where you go to
Mhm.
press it and I frame picture perfect it, and then he like waits
Oh
half a
no.
second and then you fall off a cliff, or you think you're going to run to go jump over a ledge and then it's like, oh, you weren't actually running, you didn't get the process started, so then you end up falling off the ledge. It's a little rough around the edges in that regard. uh, Outside of that, this game is damn near perfect for its time. Visually on the remastered, it looks amazing. 60 FPS. Its combat is very the combat is very, how do I put this, God of War esque, where you go into areas and then you're going to fight enemies or receive an encounter, and then from there you're going to do that little arena dance. You have dodging that allows you to do last second dodges, and then yep. See, Matt knows what I'm doing. He's doing the
Oh,
little
yeah. You know, like
the
dips.
yeah, the dip and weave.
Mhm.
So and then you'll go on and you do the next thing, whether it's a puzzle, collect, or whatever that is. I think that's really interesting. It was really cool. It felt arcadey near the end. That's the other thing I could say with this game. It's not necessarily it's a bad thing, but when we talk about the next game, you'll understand. You're dealing with arcadiness. So up front, it's very survival horror, sets a real good stage of tone, and then by the end, you're just bob and weave, drop a grenade, and then pop a dude, and you go from Resident Evil 2 to Resident Evil 4 really fast.
Yeah.
Uh, but story wise, I fell in love with this story. This game has a lot of collectibles. I didn't get the platinum because I simply wanted to move on to the next thing.
Mhm.
But the
Didn't get all those
collectible,
thermoses?
No, I missed a few. That's what pissed me off too.
Yeah.
Is when I booted it back up, I saw I saw a thermos and I was like, oh yeah, thermos coffee. For some reason in my mind, I went, oh yeah, that's right. The coffee heals you. I don't have full health, so I skipped the thermos and then went back. And then I realized later, I was like, fuck, that was a collectible, not a health item.
Yep.
But you collect manuscripts and stories, little snippets of story that's kind of outside the game, kind of in. This is one of the time a few games were getting a collectible. I really wanted to like read it. I wanted to see what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
It really hooked me in that regard. So I definitely think overall this game runs beautifully. It looks beautiful. It plays well. The story is strong, and the audio design. You have to play this with headphones on.
Yes,
Uh,
sir.
there's no other way to play this game. I really appreciate everything that Remedy did with this because it sets up right into its sequel, which I'm also playing.
Yeah.
uh,
Back
uh,
to back, baby.
yeah, back to back. That's how much I really enjoyed the story in this. Uh, I didn't. I've seen the clips for the DLC and stuff for Alan Wake 2, and that's what this game. It's literally Alan Wake 2. I have the physical deluxe edition.
Nice.
What's really interesting, and I thought I don't know if you experienced this. If you have the disc edition, right?
I do.
Okay. Did you see this where it says on there includes all DLC, including I don't want to touch base on those, but you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Normally, when you do that, there's a code inside the case to download the DLC. I
Mm-hmm.
slapped in the disc. I saw the sticker for Alan Wake 1 remastered code, but nothing for the DLC. And I panicked and I almost got pissed. No, the disc version of this, and I love to hear this. I please do this, developers, more if you can. Includes all the DLC when you buy the deluxe edition on the disc.
Written to the disc. It's incredible. Yep.
Dude,
Because this game initially launched digital only, and then they announced the DLC, released the DLC, and then they're like, we need a physical. So they just released all of it printed to the disc. And I got them both.
oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's a side note for people. Now that you mention it, I had previously bought Alan Wake Remastered. So I have a digital copy of it already. Alan Wake 2, my physical came with a remaster code. So if a listener out there would like a PS5 version of Alan Wake Remastered and you haven't played it, find me on Discord, shoot me a DM. I'll be more than happy to hand that out to the community because it's
I got
worth
an idea.
every penny.
If you want it, write in with a question in our questions category. The person that writes the best question that we like the most gets the code.
Sure.
How about
Yeah,
that?
it's good enough for me, man. I've got a
Okay.
spare. Let's make it happen.
All
I have a little
right.
fun with it.
Let's do it. I have a spare Tron Legacy 4K code too, digital, because I already owned it, and Apple upgrades your movies automatically to 4K when they release. So maybe we'll do something with that too. Alan Wake is way cooler.
Oh, yes, it is. Speaking of, so for the sequel, I'm going to give you just like with Alan Wake 2, I'm going to give you that quick premise. So
Yeah.
this game takes place, and this is what I thought was really cool, takes place in the exact amount of time that's passed since the first game launched or ended. So it's been an extended period of time. Let's say I want to give that. You are, as you initially play this. This is all I'm going to say. You're playing as an FBI agent who's back in Bright Falls, investigating some happenings that are going on. From there, you get sucked into a very twisted world. You're dealing with a lot of story elements. And what I got to say, man, this game, if Alan Wake 1 is Resident Evil 4, Alan Wake 2 is RE2 Remaster.
Yeah.
This game sings when it comes to survival horror and giving you that uneasiness feeling.
Mhm.
It goes from more of a the first one was over the shoulder, but it was scanned back a little bit. This comes in a little bit tighter, just like you would with, like I said earlier, 4 to RE2 remake. You definitely feel the resource strain a lot more. The enemies are more bullet spongy, so they're more limited, but they they do not go down as easy. And the writing and the way they've told this story, and I want to talk to you about it. Well, you know what we'll talk about now is impeccable, because I played Control.
Yep.
I'm gonna put it. I played Control, so
Which you should play before this game, by the way. Alan Wake 1, Control, Alan Wake 2.
That's what I was gonna say. Play Control first, because there is so much out the gate in Alan Wake 2 where I was like, oh, it's
Yep.
yeah, if you know, you know, it's the FBC. Shit, I know. Hey, I know that guy. I know this person. And it starts to build this world that Remedy is putting together, and
The
quite
Remedyverse.
the Remedyverse, and I'm all for it, man. I am all on the Remedyverse train. There are some graphical issues with Alan Wake 2. I'm on the pro.
Well, you're playing on 60.
Yes, I'm playing on 60 performance.
You're going to get a shitload of shimmering. Right now.
There is shimmering.
Yep.
It's not enough to take me out of the game, but it's enough where I go, I kind of see it. I will definitely try the mixed mode. I tend to stay away from it, but
try it like 2 hours. Give it 2 hours. Let your eyes adjust, and you'll never go back. So I usually lean towards performance. You know, I'm like 60 or bust, right?
Yeah.
With this game though, it's your survival horror. It's slower. It's more atmospheric, and there were issues on the performance mode. So,
okay, I'm going to give that a shot. I'll try that. Maybe I'll try that tonight.
I warned you before. Sorry about that.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah. Outside of that, the Alan Wake 2 continues everything Alan Wake 1 did, but just cranked up to 11. The music or the audio design, once again, play with headphones. The music in these games, holy shit, they are good. These are legitimate tracks you can listen to. Like at the end of chapters, they'll play a song. I let them sit there for a while, and I was like, dude, how long does this go? You keep it up. But yeah, Alan Wake 2, highly recommend it. I'm so glad I finally got around to these. I can't wait to. This game has me going every day when I get done with work. I'm like, I want to play. I want to play. I want to play. And that's saying something, considering I just played the first one and I'm still addicted coming to the second one.
Exactly. That is saying something. Alan Wake 2 was the first game that actually gave me nightmares. It's a very psychological horror-based game, and we'll just leave it at that.
Oh yeah. We gotta chat some more off.
We'll talk after cast. I want to hear how far you are. And yeah, the set pieces in these games, all the Remedy games, they have these set pieces that just are mind blowing. And I don't know if you've gotten to the set piece in Alan Wake 2, you'll know. But it's got one of the fucking best.
Oh, it's going to be hard to top because, all right.
I know.
Give me 15 seconds, folks, if you really don't care. There is a set piece in Alan Wake 1 that goes from this game's fun to this game fucking rocks on the stage. And if you know, you know. But I was vibing that entire time. So I can't wait to see. I think I know actually, I may not know what you're talking about.
You might. I mean, it's very well known now, but Remedy uses an actual band, Poets of the Fall, and they're a fictional band in the game called Gods of Asgard. So it's an actual band that you can listen to their shit, and they release these tracks, and then Remedy brings them in the game as a fictional band, but they still rock out, man. So, yeah, if you ever heard of the Ashtray Maze and Control, you'll if you know, you know.
Oh,
that's
shit.
Them. That's them.
It just clicked.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Remedy is like all about like the art, and then they'll have like stuff playing on the TV that looks like it's live action, but you're in the game watching a live action TV show that they
Mhm.
created. It's fucking awesome. I love
Oh yeah,
Remedy.
we could say it's what Matt's referring to. It's called Night Springs, and the
Oh
reason
yeah,
I say this is because it is essentially, for us old farts out there, it's the Twilight Zone. But
yep.
it's so beautiful. I love it. And you can sit there, and there's some of them. And when you get those collectibles in a game, and you're like, dude, this audio log needs to shut the fuck up. Why is it in a minute 30 seconds? Give
Right.
me 15 seconds. This, I'm engaged with like popcorn, ready to
Yep.
watch this shit.
Yep. It was in the marketing. One of the DLCs for Alan Wake 2 is called Night Springs, and you play the episodes.
Yes.
But it's not the best DLC.
We'll chat. We'll chat.
Yeah,
Right.
will for sure. I'm so glad you finally got around to this. I'm so glad you played Alan Wake 1 first. You already know what happened in Control, and now you're on Alan Wake 2. You're doing it right. Alan Wake 2 is in my top 5 survival horrors of all time. It's a masterpiece, and I can't wait for you to get to the spot.
Oh yeah, and for the record, it's creeping there. I'm early on, but for the record, this game is so far like one of those you pick it up and I go, oh, this is going to make the list.
Mm-hmm. It got Game of the Year. It won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. I think at 2022 or whenever. No, 2023.
2023, yeah.
Yeah. So it won Game of the Year. It's incredible. If you haven't experienced Alan Wake, definitely don't go into 2 first. You got to play Alan Wake 1, then Control. Control is my favorite game of the Remedyverse, and then Alan Wake 2. So, yeah. I'm so glad you dove in, man.
Yeah.
And you are too.
Oh yeah, this is just another reason for me to say, hey Caleb, you need to get to this game.
Yes, Caleb, he will. He's too busy eating all the meats and cheeses.
Or sending spoilers.
Yeah, fucking, oh my god.
But yeah,
we're not gonna let you live it down.
No, never. But yeah, that's all we're playing. I got the usuals in the background. Picked up a little bit of Blatro. Slowly just hammering away at some. You guys might see it, a trophy pop where you're like, why has Bob got a random game here in his trophy in between? It's because I just play multiple stuff. I got my Portal at night, but yeah, it's on there. What do you say we get into some news?
Yeah. Let's we'll get into the news. We'll kind of pepper in everything about the Game Awards, really, because the news is primarily about the Game Awards, and we're going to tell you our top 3 things that we want to see at the Game Awards personally. And they could be pie in the sky. They could be, that actually has a possibility of happening, or they could be off the wall, what the fuck, Half-Life 3 level, So, I mean, Half-Life 3 does have a kind of a potential to show up, but dude, they say that every year. I don't know
Every year.
if it's on your list, but like they have the console. There could be some synergy there. I don't know.
Half-Life 3 doesn't exist until I have it in my hands. So it does not end on the list. It's nowhere until it's in my hands.
Exactly. It could be a GameCube exclusive too. So who knows? But let's dive into the news, man. There's some cool shit. What we got?
All right. Well, let's start with something that's not TGA related. I thought this was really funny. In a sad way. I'm sorry. I shouldn't be mean to other consoles besides PlayStation, but
just numbers, man.
Yep. This one came from the Video Games Chronicle. It was reported. I first saw it on Twitter and a bunch of other places. But according to Nielsen IQ hardware sales data published by the Game Business, which suggests that PlayStation 5 was the big winner of the Black Friday week here in the United States, accounting for 62% of the console market value that week.
Damn.
You know who number 2 was?
Not Nintendo. Was it Nintendo?
Yep, 23%. And then the third, who do you think that was?
That little box that they sold that has like the motion control stuff. I know that sold better than the Xbox, right?
Yes, that's right. This Next Cube, which I found out afterwards, and this is why it's funny to me because I hadn't heard of it. So I asked my wife who works retail. So I asked Crystal, I'm like, did you hear, like, we were kind of, she's asking me about how things were going. And I kind of was chuckling. I'm like, hey, did you hear about this? And she goes, they sold out of their entire stock of this at their Sam's Club site within a matter of days.
Wow.
During the Black Friday. Apparently, I got to look into this because somehow I have never heard of it, and it's like the new Wii. I must be getting old. We're getting old, Matt.
I know. Always, every day. Creeping. Death is creeping closer. It gets even better, man. The ironic part of this, right? This Next Cube, is it called the Next Cube?
Yes.
What is it called? Next Cube. It's essentially a Kinect. So it has the camera and you have motion controls with your body. So the Xbox One that got jammed into a little cube is beating the Xbox Series X in sales for holiday 2025. You can't make this shit up.
My favorite comment out of all of this was, and I was thinking it, and then somebody wrote it, which was, "You're telling me Xbox came in 4th place in a 3-man race?"
Oh, we're sorry. Hey, they did this to themselves. We love the Xbox fans. Don't get me wrong. You know, you got some copium. We get it. We love you gamers. We are making fun of the company. Okay, they've made so many missteps. Their fucking consoles have been pulled off retail shelves, and they are dying. And I mean, if you're an Xbox fan, God bless you, and we wish you the best. We love you, and we'll welcome you with open arms when you decide to come to PlayStation or PC
or PC. I do play PC
or the
stuff.
Next Cube or the
Next Cube, the Gabe Cube.
The Gabe Cube, yeah, exactly.
That might be an opportunity there because they did
Depends on the
say,
price.
yeah, the price, but the Gabe Cube is a PC essentially. So there's an opportunity to kind of squeeze that in now that I'm thinking about it. But
Yeah.
once again, you're talking about, I play on a console mostly because it's easy. Turn on a controller, boom, I'm into my game. If you're dealing with a PC, you got to deal with drivers and compatibility issues and things like that sometimes.
Right.
And so it's a little bit more enthusiast, just a different style from where what we do primarily. So,
Yeah.
but yeah,
Convenience. Right?
Convenience, exactly, the convenience factor. Sorry to all the Xbox fans that are out there. I was once an Xbox diehard, just like you. I played the original Brick back in 2001.
I was huge on the 360, but you know, I gotta say, better luck next year.
I really don't think they're going for it now, man. I think they're going to make the Xbox. It's kind of like what Nintendo says is they have a product that's of a certain quality and you're going to pay for that. It kind of feels like that's what Xbox is doing. They're like, well, you know what? Fine. If that's how it's going to be, that's how it's going to be. And the people that we do get are going to pay premium, and it's kind of nestling itself up in that regard if you look at it that way.
Yeah. It doesn't matter what plastic box you play on. We're all gamers at the end of the day. We all love the art form. So yeah.
Yep. But yeah, that was the only I want to say non TGA related, because keeping up this week has been chaotic. In fact, quite frankly, I just, after a while, I said, you know what, enough is enough. I want to be surprised myself for a little bit. But there were a couple of things I wanted to that are confirmed. Well, at least one's confirmed, and another one I wanted to talk about is from Insider Gaming that was then sent down to all the other channels, but this is where I got it. This came out last week, is Phantom Blade Zero. You remember this game? Was released.
I counterpicked it.
Yeah, you did. It was due to be released this year, and then kind of went quiet. But according to the Game Awards official Twitter account, Phantom Blade Zero promised to reveal its date in 2025. Next Thursday, The Lion Awakens. So the world premiere announcement arrives. Game Awards. So the day you guys are listening to this should be, or this goes live, should I say, we should hopefully have a date for Phantom Blade Zero.
Well, and when this goes live, it'll be happening tonight.
Yeah. And I only have one request off of this announcement. Just make sure it doesn't release before January 1st, 2026. That's all
Right.
I got to ask. And
Yep.
that's purely for those of us that may be in a draft.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. That would hurt me too. It would definitely hurt you and maybe get Mason third, but the counter pick would give me like this game looks awesome. Feudal Japan, high octane action. You're I don't know some sort of ninja. I don't know some sort of Japanese fighter. And the combat looks incredible. I'm very excited for this game. But yeah, give us the trailer. Give us a release date. February 2026. Please God, do not do that. But 2026, maybe like a summer release. I don't know. We'll see. I'm super pumped for this game. This game looks awesome, and I'm excited to see more. So everything I've seen is like my style, kind of Ninja Gaiden. I didn't play Ninja Gaiden 4. I didn't want to jump into the series at number 4. So this will kind of take the place of that, but it looks really cool technical combat, and I'm excited for it. The setting has been done a lot, but it's more mythical. So there's like it looks like there's some magic in there, some fantasy elements, which really cool. I'm excited for
Yeah.
this game. Release in
Yeah.
2026 though. Please, dear God.
Please just do that. That's all we got to ask. Because if not, the draft is all fucked and I'm off the podium and you're in
Yep.
second place still, but you're going to be getting real close to third. So
Yep.
that's all we ask. I agree. The trope, it's kind of tropish, really, the setting. But it looks good. I'm excited to see more. Finally.
Yes. Yeah, and it's cool. We're getting a trailer and we're going to get a release date. So that's awesome. It's about time. This game has been cooking for a while. So hopefully they took that time to polish it and we're going to get a banger game in 2026.
Yep. All right. Well, speaking of 2026 games, another piece I wanted to bring up to you is Gamatsu, through their reporting, noted that the upcoming Housemarque game, Saros, the standard and digital deluxe editions were rated in Taiwan as of when this came up, which would be Monday, December 7th. So that means, and if I'm not mistaken, please correct me if I'm wrong, Matt, Saros was confirmed to be at the Game Awards. I
That's what I
believe.
was just looking up. I'm looking it up right now. I do believe that PlayStation said, yeah, PlayStation confirms Returnal follow-up Saros will be at the Game Awards. So we are getting a trailer. We're probably going to get the pre-orders will go live either then or the next day. And we'll get box art. We'll get a deluxe edition. We might get a statue. That's all going to be shown. And we're going to see more of Saros, which is awesome because Returnal was fucking amazing, and I can't wait to play more third-person, action-heavy, narrative heavy bullet hell from the amazing developer Housemarque. Can't wait. One of my really anticipated games of the year. Not the most, but one of next year. So I'm very excited.
I agree. It is on my list. You're hitting all the keywords for me, and then you add that roguelite, and I'm the
Yes.
first one to sign up for the pre-orders and all of that stuff. And it sounds like based on what Housemarque has been speaking to, they're fixing all of the issues I had with Return. Or the one big issue I had with Returnal. There was a couple of them, but they're fixing the big stuff. And that was community-driven feedback. So that means they're listening to the feedback and going, okay, how can not we do this again, but how can we do it and make it better? And I'm all for that. So please just don't drop this in the middle of the crowded March, February timeframe. If you could do like April, May, that'd be okay.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely. Please, no more February games.
Oh, please no. We're good. RE9's already over there looking at me in the corner anytime somebody drops a new release date then and going, no, you're not buying that. You're gonna come play me. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. Especially since transition material, folks. I wanted to chat with this about you since this just came out.
Before we get into that, I decided to go and confirm the Metroid. I was completely wrong, and you were right. And I had no idea. Metroid
Holy shit.
Prime, the series, is after one, between two. I
Holy
didn't know
shit.
that. Wow.
How did I remember that out of my fucking brain?
Well, you are the retro gaming encyclopedia, so Metroid does have some retro games. I feel ashamed to be a Metroid fan right now, and I stand corrected. So, whoa, okay, moving
Okay.
on.
Well, still between 1 and 2, she's my point was she's still probably still well known, but I just was curious in that regard. But good to know, man.
Yeah, yeah. Huh. I wonder
Uh,
what other M falls. Yeah, we'll talk to if Ryan's ever on the cast. Might do a Prime 4 spoiler cast. Who knows? We'll get the definitive answer from the man, the Metroid man himself.
awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to hear what he has to say on that one. Straight from the horse's mouth, or as close as you can get.
Indeed.
But yeah, speaking of RE9, I wanted to touch base on this.
Yes.
Is as of today, there was the day we're recording, there was some art material that was released for upcoming RE9, and I just got to say, Winter Company is going to learn on
I
this
know, right?
to be careful with your key art.
So much shit is getting leaked.
Yeah. The key art included a very gruff looking male individual with a distinct haircut, a hairstyle, and a flared collared jacket. So everybody kind of went, oh, guys, that's Leon.
It's fucking Leon.
That's Leon Kennedy. So it sounds like Leon's in RE9, man. Tell me.
Shocker. I knew, dude. They were teasing it the entire time. I said I was surprised they didn't reveal him in the first teaser trailer. They showed Raccoon City. They showed RPD. They showed many signs that Leon should be part of this this story, and he is. I mean, dude, it's all but confirmed. We're probably going to get it confirmed tonight at the Game Awards. We're getting a new RE Requiem trailer. And my question and my hope is he going to be playable?
Now you're asking the right question.
Yes. I do think he's going to be playable. I think it's going to be fan service for those that love 2 and 4. 2 and 4 were beloved. And there's a fucking reason for that. It's because Leon S. Kennedy, okay? I'm just telling you right now. So we're getting the third game of third game was Resident Evil 6. Leon was in 6. So the third good game, let's say that, hopefully. I mean, RE Requiem hopefully is going to be an amazing game, but I can't wait to see more. We'll get the true key art, and I think they're going to show some stuff with Grace. They're going to show new content, and then you're going to hear like a voiceover like, where'd everybody go? And it's going to be fucking Leon, and they're going to show Leon, and hopefully they show gameplay because we're 3 months out from that release. And we'll probably get a deluxe edition, maybe with a Leon statue.
Oh,
I know. So, I'm not surprised he's in it. But I mean, I called this a while ago. I was like, Leon's going to be in it. It's just they're teasing us for a bit, but then they're going to reveal. And I think I even said maybe they'll reveal at the Game Awards. Man, look at me go. So yeah, I think we're getting a Leon reveal for sure tonight.
Please let that happen. I love Leon. Hello, the name, folks. It's not just a Final Fantasy character. You're right. He needs when they should introduce him, I need some kind of like quip from him.
Yeah,
that action movie one liner that he always does. Like, where'd everybody go? Bingo.
Yeah. Yeah. He always has like cheesy one-liners, and that's what he's known for. Even in 2, like his setup, he came in as like this rookie cop for the RPD, and he was just sassy the entire time. It was just like, what's up? What the fuck's happening here? It's just like cheesy one-liners. I love him. So
yeah, I'm going to take this a step further then. If Leon S. Kennedy is in RE9, by virtue of Leon being there, you know who else has to make an appearance?
Maybe Claire?
No. Hey, Leon.
Oh, Ada.
Yeah, I was going to say, hey, Leon, there's a hot woman in a red dress there. Ada has to be there at that point.
Yep. No thanks, bro. No, dude,
Oh,
I'd love to see Ada, older Ada, like more mature Ada. Oh, they did a really good job. I like the remodel in 4 remake. I liked her new model. They covered her up a little bit, which was unfortunate, but it worked. Like she's going around all over the place. She's not going to be in a fucking dress. You could put her in a dress in the concurrent playthroughs. And don't get me
mhm.
wrong, I fucking did. But it does make sense that she's a little more uh, tightened up, I guess you could say.
I'm curious.
I love me some Ada. Yeah, that is a really good fucking point. Yeah, you can't really have Leon without Ada. And there was another character that was confirmed. We're not going to say it though because
Yeah,
it's it might be a spoiler to the story.
bingo.
And yeah, so if you want to know, go look it up. We're not going to break it here, but we will break the fact that the key art has our boy Leon S. Kennedy looking old and gruff and matured and seasoned and good.
Yeah, I'm curious to how they do that because if you look at his model from like RE2,
Mhm.
he's a younger, leaner guy, and then by the time you get to RE4 and RE6, he ends up becoming more like a Chris Redfield, where he's just fucking
Mhm.
jacked all to hell and back.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I'm curious. What's gruff old Leon look like? Because has
Right.
he still got it with the ladies?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. He's going to have all the tropes. And I swear to God, if they kill him off, I'm not going to play another Resident Evil game ever. They won't. They dare not.
Don't you do that to my man? I will. Uh,
Eh.
no. But yeah, we're looking to get Leon. And then I wanted to talk about one other thing kind of surrounding the kind of a follow up from last week,
Mhm.
if you will, is this giant statue in the desert.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. They moved it. It's in the heart of LA now.
Yes, it is in the heart of LA now, which, by the way, started. I saw some articles and people from other uh how do I put this? Organizations and entities outside of the gaming network and the gaming world going, what is going on with this demonic statue that's kind of showed up in downtown Los Angeles? So it's getting tourism from that. But we
Nice.
wanted to follow up because a lot of speculations going on. Nothing has been confirmed. This is probably one of the best kept secrets in game right now because I think there's a lot of disinformation. Right now, we have been told by the Cory Barlog that it's not his game over at Santa Monica. We
But
have been
he's done that before.
he.
He's done that before. With
I'm getting
Ragnarok, he's like never heard of it.
I'm getting there with that. So here's the problem. He's lied. Todd Howard has gone out and said it's not Elder Scrolls 6, or it wasn't Todd. Jason
Was it Pete?
Schreier.
Oh, okay.
Jason Schreier said it's not Elder Scrolls 6, which I can believe that more because if you're an insider, you tend to not want to be like, haha, we got you. We also know that it is not related to excuse me, Diablo. That was confirmed as well. Uh, we were told, here's where it gets interesting. A lot of people refuse because we also learned that it's not. Well, we haven't learned. We don't know about Lords of the Fallen yet, but
Mhm.
we did hear that it was Divinity 3,
Mhm.
because of some trademark stuff. Here's where it gets interesting. The lead marketing manager for Larian came back and said in an official statement that they have no plans for a Divinity game at this time, to
Mhm.
then be turned around a few hours later. And these are the rabbit holes I go down. So I'm going to bring this to you. I'm setting the stage. Some other insiders saying, actually, the statue is Larian related.
Huh. Okay. Interesting.
So I'm going to leave it at that because that's where I kind of shut the keyboard down or shut the computer down and said, okay, I think I'm good until the game boards to see what happened. But that's where we're kind of at. So have you changed your bet yet? You still thinking what you're thinking?
Me? No. I think that's a pretty big possibility that is the case. and it makes a lot of sense. And from what I saw, I kind of went a little further down the rabbit hole. It's looking like that's pretty accurate, but we'll see tonight.
Yes, we will. I
And
found
that's
it interesting.
exciting.
Yeah, same here. I found
Yeah.
it interesting because the reason I bring this up is that last piece, that it's not divinity. There were no interest in divinity, but then people are saying it's related to Larian. The question then becomes, because you got to think about people using their words in a certain like being very careful and choosy when delivering a message. Oh, if it's not divinity, what is it?
Right. Baldur's Gate 4.
Well, see, that's where it gets really interesting, Matt,
Right.
because Baldur's Gate licensed the D&D IP from WotC, and Larian has gone on record saying they don't want to pursue with WotC anymore. Naturally, I understand, but that's a conversation. That's a completely different topic, right?
Sure.
So the question is, are they cooking a new IP? Is
Oh,
Larian working on something else? And if so, what is it?
I would be so in if they and there's this no shade to Baldur's Gate or D&D or choice-based games, right? It's just not my thing. But
Mm-hmm.
if they went like narrative heavy, we're building a story you're going to play from Larian, oh, I'd be all in, man. All in. That sounds amazing. I'm
Yeah.
just not a big fan of building my game and choice based and like building characters and create a character. I'm just not. Well, I am a content creator, but when I'm in my games, I don't like being the creator. I like being the consumer, and I like playing your story. I don't like creating my own, and that's just me. I mean, Baldur's Gate won Game of the Year, so like it's I think I'm an outcast in this thinking, but it's a subjective opinion, and that's just my opinion. That's why I haven't played Mass Effect either.
You can't just say anything. No, I get it. Oh, it
Yeah,
drives me. Sorry, as a guy who likes those types of games,
I know.
it drives me up a wall because I think if you could get past that, you would
Yeah,
really appreciate Baldur's
I
Gate.
bet.
But in your defense, I understand because you can play Baldur's Gate 3 5 different fucking times with 5 different fucking characters, and you probably still won't see every dialogue option. And every time you play it, you'll probably end up with a different story.
And that's a testament to the design of the game and the amount of work they put in, the developers, what they created. So they create story upon potential story, potential story. Like the tree based games are very impressive, just not my thing. So uh, I'm excited for Exodus. Exodus is supposed to be a Mass Effect spiritual successor from some of the devs of Mass Effect, and I hope they just give me a story. And it's got Matthew McConaughey in it. We saw it last time at the Game Awards. That's confirmed there too. We're going to see a trailer. I'm excited for that. I just don't really want the choice based stuff. That's just
Mhm.
me. That's just
Yeah.
me. I never liked the choose your own adventure books either. Like I just like reading my story and consuming, not creating.
Mm-hmm.
Just me.
So yeah, that's totally fair.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I got to because we had our. If you're okay, I wanted to ask this because I filled out the bets or the little game bets we're doing. I filled it out before today. Would the council allow me to change my answer on what the statue is? Because I think, and I'm
Oh,
putting my money down, I think it might be a new IP from Larian.
okay. Yeah, yeah. You can change it anytime before the Game Awards. How
Okay,
about that? Yeah, I
so
think it's yeah. I still need to do that. Send me the info on that if you haven't already.
we'll do right
Mm,
after this.
awesome. Cool.
But yeah, man, that's all I got for the news segment. Is there anything for the Game Awards you'd like to that you wanted to touch base on
Yeah,
in terms of what's been talked about?
let's talk about what's confirmed that's going to be there. Let's talk about what's rumored that's going to be there, and let's pepper in our hopes and dreams of what's going to be in there. I mean, I'll just shoot straight from the chest. Tomb Raider. They said we're going to see something on Tomb Raider. Is this going to be the new Tomb Raider starting the new arc? Maybe. Is it going to be a remake of the original Tomb Raider? Likely, but we'll see. And I love seeing some Lara Croft. I love the trilogy, the Tomb Raider trilogy. You had Tomb Raider, Rise of the Tomb Raider, and Shadow of the Tomb Raider. All incredible games. Loved them. They pushed the technology of the platforms then. So my hope would be a new Tomb Raider, like a new Tomb Raider that's pushing the technology of like the PS5 Pro and showing Lara, setting up a new trilogy, maybe. Who knows? But that's been confirmed that Crystal Dynamics will be there with Tomb Raider, and we're going to see something on it. What else has been pretty much confirmed? We're going to see Saros. That's awesome.
There's a couple of smaller other things I'm reviewing because I couldn't keep up this week, folks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It was a that game Soul Frame. I don't remember that got that they talked about Summer Game Fest. I want to say
Yeah.
that's confirmed to show up to the Game Awards. There's some extra guests for who's giving out awards. So Todd Howard is confirmed.
Yep.
Uh,
Yeah.
that's on there.
On stage. He's confirmed to be on stage.
Now you know why I'm saying that.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think that'll probably be and you mentioned this, and I agree, Starfield on PS5.
Yes.
Yeah. He's not gonna shadow drop Elder Scrolls 6 at the Game Awards. But who knows? Maybe. Maybe promote Fallout Season 2. That comes out soon, right?
I think like 2 days after the Game Awards, so it's like next week or something. I believe is what we're looking for. You're right. I think there is a good chance we see. We're going to see Starfield because we haven't seen the second. I haven't heard about it canceled, but the second DLC is supposed to be launched. And if you remember, or announced, if you remember what happened with Indy came out and they said, "Hey, here's the date," and they released. It all happened at the Game Awards.
Right. So Bethesda has some prominence there for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let's just pepper in our hopes and dreams for the Game Awards. Kind of main topic. We're just going to pepper it in. How about that?
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that because I got a couple of. These are all wishful. I wish they could happen. So maybe we get lucky.
Yes, these are. It's probably not going to happen, but I would scream like a little girl if it did. I can go first if you want.
Yeah. Like you sounded excited when I proposed this idea.
It's always fun speculating and like giving some pie in the sky answers. I mean, there is a chance this could happen, but highly unlikely because I think they're going back to the drawing board with the structure of the game. I think we're going to see something from the IP, but not this. I hope we see something from Dragon Quest 12, Flames of Fate.
Ooh,
yeah, you're muted.
Yep. That's why. I pressed the space bar, folks, because I had to press the cough button. But yes, Dragon Quest 12. I hadn't thought about that. I forgot about it because they announced it so long ago, and I got angry. Ooh,
like 3 years ago, and they said it's going to be darker than most Dragon Quest. They also said, and this is what makes me think it's still cooking. They also said it's going to be more action heavy and not turn based. Absolutely not. Don't do that. And I think the game that made them rethink this, Clair Obscur. They saw, and I think we might get Final Fantasy 17 as turn-based because of Clair Obscur. And all these RPG makers and developers are saying, oh, maybe turn-based isn't as bad as we thought. And we try to gaslight everyone and saying, oh, turn-based is dead. We're going to get all these action games. I love Final Fantasy 16. It's not your traditional Final Fantasy though. You don't really have a party. It's a great game. It's a phenomenal game, great Final Fantasy, and okay RPG. That's where I stand on that. But I think they're going back to the drawing board. Game Informer released an article on Dragon Quest, and they kind of hinted that we might stick with the turn-based. So I don't think we'll see it, but holy shit, that would be incredible to see.
Dude, I like that one. Oh, I'd be jumping up and down with you on that one.
We'd be like holding hands, jumping up and down. I'm even excited like you to see more of Dragon Quest VII reimagined because those are written characters. You have job classes, right? There's an awesome article. If you have Game Informer, there's an amazing article on Dragon Quest VII. It shed a lot of light on what kind of game it is. Oh, dude, it's right up my alley. I can't.
I told you it was a mad ass game, man.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Mad ass. I love it. This game's going to be mad ass.
Oh, that's good. You know what? I have one. It's an outside shot. So this is my most realistic. And if you once I get to this, you're gonna be like, oh shit, what else are you cooking? Um, Capcom has been on fire lately.
Mm-hmm.
They have come out with uh collection after collection and releases and new IP. They're cooking right now. They're not the Crapcom of 10 years ago. And there was a recent interview where Capcom would like to make Mega Man a core IP of its like we're delivering more of. And with the collections in mind, I think there's an outside chance we see a Mega Man Legends collection because it's due next in the timeline.
Okay. Okay.
Uh,
Nice.
these are from the PS1. They're third-person action shooter platformers with RPG mechanic elements in them. There would have to be some cleanup, and I think they could do it because of some licensing, trademark stuff that was in the first and second games. There's a chance we could also get Tronbon out of there, which Tronbon is the what was going to be Mega Man Legends 3, but it kind of just came out. I'm not going to get into the drama, but I think it's possible that we see that. If not at the Game Awards, I think it's coming soon because Mega Man, Mega Man X, Mega Man Zero, Mega Man Legends are all canonical. Each segment takes place in a timeline 100 or 1,000 years in the future. And Mega Man Legends takes place at the very end of the timeline.
Gotcha. Okay. Interesting. I'd love to see Mega Man come back. I mean, Mega Man 12 would be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Anything. I Capcom, give us Mega Man. You're sitting on it. Please. Please.
Please give me my Blue Bomber. That's all I ask.
Yes, give us the Blue Bomber. We're about to be inundated with the Blue Bomber in 28. No, that's 28 days. Holy shit. I was like, wait, it can't be that close. Oh shit, it is.
It is. Oh!
Magfest. That is what we are talking about. Magfest. All right. My next one. The room goes dark. A little bit of red hue. Gothic setting. You're like, what the fuck is this? You got the castles all around. You got demons. And then a protagonist comes in with a cross on the back and he throws out a fucking whip and we get a fucking new Castlevania from Konami. Maybe 2.5, maybe third person. Who knows? I love Lords of Shadow. Konami, you are sitting on this fucking beautiful IP. You've done stuff with Metal Gear Solid. You've done stuff with Silent Hill. Your other IP, the big one, Castlevania. Give us a Castlevania game. I thought the statue was maybe Castlevania, but who knows? I don't know. Yeah,
that would be a good one. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
We need
Castlevania
that.
From Konami. New Castlevania.
Speaking of IP that's not leveraged enough.
Right? Exactly. The last thing we got Castlevania was the Castlevania Dominus collection, which is some of the best ones, but they know it's popular. I think that sold well too. And Konami is kind of, digging up their buried IPs. And I think they realize what they're sitting on. So, man, we got that little mini game in Snake Eater Delta that's very Castlevania-esque. So I don't know, man. Signs are pointing to a new Castlevania, and what better time to unveil that than at the Game Awards? Let's see it. Maybe Alucard, main protagonist. God, just give me Castlevania. I mean, we're getting Bloodstained, the Scarlet Engagement. That'll satiate my hunger. Maybe a trailer for that too with a release date. But yeah, man, just and no one would know what it is until the logo comes up, and then everyone loses their shit, right? We all thought Duskbloods might have been a Castlevania game. Like,
oh yeah,
it literally looked like a Castlevania game. It's like, nope, a fucking PvPvE from software. Switch exclusive, a Switch 2 exclusive. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, is that exclusive? I forgot.
Yeah, Nintendo exclusive. Yeah, it's probably going to be a timed exclusive. Maybe, who knows? I don't know.
Same thing with Hades then, or Hades 2, should I say?
That's 100% a timed exclusive. And boy, oh boy, if we get a new Hades trailer with the PS5 release date, we probably won't because they're probably going to sit on it for about a year. Which is, man, I really want to fucking play that game. I was very close to downloading it on my Switch too, but I want to wait for play. There's so many games to play too. There's plenty of stuff to play, right? So, but man, Hades 2, it's sitting at 90 fucking 5 on Open Critic, and I loved Hades. It was almost my game of the year if it wasn't for I forget what won that year, but it's my favorite roguelite of all time, roguelike of all time, favorite not supermassive, super giant game, and they just cook. And Hades 2, I can't wait. So yeah.
Same here. All right, before I get my next one, I wanted to say I thought about this afterwards. It's a funny story. Is as I was coming up with like wacky, fun, wishful things, one of the games that came across my mind, and I'm glad I didn't put it because I had a feeling you were going to say Castlevania, would be, could you imagine if Nintendo comes out on stage and they're like, hey, by the way, we're making, they're like, here, please enjoy this presentation. And it looks Castlevania, but they got you. It's Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
That'd be funny.
Yeah, I thought it'd be funny just because
Yeah.
if you played those games, or that game, what I'm talking about. But that's a good one, man.
Yeah. My luck, they're gonna show like a medieval demonic setting, like anime style, and then it'll be fucking MiHoYo's next gotcha game. I will throw something at the TV.
I don't blame you.
Oh God.
All right. Well, this next one, once again, I don't think we're ever going to see it. Simply one, it was popular, but it was popular with a very overall. The numbers were like, let's just say it's not well known. It was made by Rare during their heyday on the N64, and I would love to see Microsoft come out or Xbox come out and Phil Spencer say, hey, we're pulling out of our back catalog of IPs to give you more. Please enjoy this presentation of Blast Core remake.
Okay.
This game on the 64 was amazing. The story behind it is amazing, like its development story. For those that may not be aware, it is a very arcadey. Very arcadey in regards where there is a truck or a train or something of that nature that's carrying a live nuclear missile. Why? We don't know. But there are things in the way because video game. And there are objects in the way. Why? Because video game. And you drive around in different heavy equipment, such as bulldozers, a giant robot with one arm, which is funny because the reason it has one arm is because they limited themselves on polygons, and having a second arm put them over that. So they just said, fuck it, we're going to decapitate the robot. And you're knocking things out of the way and scoring points as this missile is moving along across the map. And you get little side quests where you're doing collectibles and all the cool stuff like that. I think this would be really cool. And I was thinking about this, Matt. I think I know how they could upgrade this game.
How?
So take this arcadey, because arcade is a little antiquated at this point. Take it and turn it into a roguelite.
Housemark has entered the chat. No.
Yes. Make it a roguelite. Give it to where you're going through and you're carrying this thing as far as you can, and you can tell a story as you get through certain beats, and there ultimately be an end. But if you die, time travel's involved or something like that, and you roll back and you do it again.
Oh, okay. I like that. That'd be cool. Nice. Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. I saw that and I was like, oh, I thought about that. I was like, roguelite, upgrade the equipment, bigger obstacle. Dude, it would be amazing. I think it would be awesome.
Yeah. The two IPs I thought you might were potentially going to reference, Banjo-Kazooie, a remake. Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
Yes.
Holy shit. And Conquer. Conquer's bad for a day.
I'll take that any day of the week. Fucking Conquer's bad for a day. If you haven't played that game, folks, I'm sorry, because it's really hard to do. But if you ever come across that opportunity, do it.
Yeah. Yeah. But Blast Core, that's another good one. man, Rare, Microsoft just sitting on all that IP, doing nothing with it. Battletoads, just fucking nothing.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
They still can't even shit out Fable.
I know. Yeah. They're probably going to cancel it. Who knows? Yeah. Okay. Going back to Square Enix, everyone knows where this is going. It's the next to be remastered. It pans around. You see planets. You see, all the mechanical stuff, and then it zooms in, and you see lightning in glorious 4K, and that's the protagonist of Final Fantasy 13. Final Fantasy 13 remastered, Shadow Drop. Let's fucking go.
Ooh, Shadow Drop? That's ballsy.
I would put, dude, 13 is a really good Final Fantasy. I don't care what everyone says. Like, it has summon mechs. Like, come on, dude. It's an awesome Final Fantasy. But it's next up to be remastered, and it's time. Their account has been really chatty on 13 stuff. So let's do it. Let's fucking do it. Or, dude, give us a fucking 16 Pro patch. What are you doing? Final Fantasy 16 Pro patch. We still don't have a Pro patch. I'm waiting to play Final Fantasy mode on 16 on the PS5 Pro, but it still runs like crap in quality.
You're not going to see it, man. I don't think it's happening.
Oh, dude, Square Enix and the Final Fantasy titles were always on the cutting edge. I think we will see it, and I think we'll get a new edition with all the DLC included, like, I don't know, Final Fantasy 16 Iconic Edition.
I like that.
An ultimate edition of some sort. They did it with 15 with the Royal Edition, and they included all the DLC, and that was like a year and a half, 2 years after it released. So I think we're almost a year out from the release of Final Fantasy 16. Let's fucking get it.
I hope so.
Yeah. This is a 3-parter, and it's part of Final Fantasy. Dude, they did it. I'm pretty sure they did it at one of the Game Awards. They had a trailer. Cloud comes out, Buster Sword in the Icicle N, and we get a trailer for Final Fantasy VII Part 3. We're not going to see the title. They teased Rebirth without showing us the title, remember? And then we got a title reveal trailer. But they teased Rebirth, I think, like 2 years out. And I think we are about 2 years out from Part 3. So we could get a teaser for Part 3. I think it's going to be called Reborn. Or Return is a cool thing. I can't take credit for that. Caleb, shout out to Caleb. He thinks it's going to be called Return. I can see that. Or maybe like Revival or Revived. Like, it's going to be something, because we got Remake, Rebirth. I think Reborn is the next step. So
I think Reunion.
No, they already used Reunion. So that would be a good one, but they used it with Crisis Core. The Crisis Core remake.
Oh, shit, that's right. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they called it Reunion. But that would make sense, but they used it with Crisis Core. So I don't think they're going to reuse that again for branding. But yeah. Final Fantasy 13 remaster. It's on the way. It's just a matter of time. Let's see it at the Game Awards. Let's let Keighley just announce it. Or Final Fantasy 16 Pro patch with maybe a new edition. Who knows? Or Final Fantasy 7 Part 3 teaser trailer. Show us a little bit of the northern continent. Maybe give us a little glimpse of the northern crater. You know?
That's a good one. Of course, obviously, I would be right there with you on all of that. Not on my list, but I've advocated that Final Fantasy VIII remade the way 7's done. 100% would be the prime candidate out of the series. But I know that's never going to happen, so I didn't even go on the list, folks.
Yeah. I mean, there've been more rumors with 9 being remade, and I don't know why they're just skipping 8. I didn't really like 8, but I'd love to play a remake of it. That'd be cool.
That's actually how you fix a lot of the problems people had with 8, I think.
Right.
Is with a remake and the change up, because the 7's mechanics are not the same as 7 Rebirth or remake or whatever you want to say, right? Like, not right. They're not objectively. So I'd be curious on that one, but yeah, well, that's a good one, dude. Anything else on that list? Because I got one other for us.
No, like pie in the sky stuff. Yeah, it's just a short one. You know, there's
Yeah.
all kinds, but they're never gonna happen. So, what's your
Yeah.
next one?
This one, it'll never happen because I think the IP is bouncing through hell, and I think it's one of those. I have to go check, but I think it's one of those people don't know who really owns it, because the original developer is no longer around, and it was published on a platform that wasn't known for these type of games. But I think I have the team that I want to get behind this game, and that's why I think it'll never happen because the team is owned by Sony.
Oh,
So imagine tentpole games. Well, not necessarily tentpole games, right? But
yeah,
imagine you see Blooper Team come across the screen,
yeah.
and everybody gets excited, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Silent Hill, whatever, or whatever," and then it pans out, and you see the old god, and you see the mansion, and it is Eternal Darkness remake.
Ooh, yeah.
Blooper Team would
Oh,
fucking nail that.
yeah, they would.
10 out of 10 times, because it's all about ambience in that game. And
Oh,
that's a strong point.
what a
Uh,
gem.
but unfortunately, I don't think it's ever going to happen because I don't even think who owns the rights. And then you have to find somebody willing to pay for those rights and publish them.
I
So
think Nintendo owns the rights, or maybe Silicon Knights. I think Nintendo might though.
Silicon Knights, I don't believe is around anymore. I thought they were gumbled up
No.
by Atari.
Yeah, then I think Nintendo owns the IP.
Yeah, maybe.
Damn,
But
maybe.
please, 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 that would be amazing, dude. I would be jumping up and down.
Let me
But
look it up.
maybe. I don't think it'll ever happen, though. I think Half-Life 3 has a bigger chance of happening.
Right, but dude, what a gem. Nintendo owns the rights to Eternal Darkness. So, yep, they're not gonna fucking do anything about it. They're just gonna
Nope.
keep releasing Mario Kart DLC and DLC for Metroid Prime 4. God, please, God, no. Don't
That's
don't
going to
do
be the
that.
biggest slap in the faces if they're like, all right,
I
here's
will buy
Metroid
it.
Prime 4. And then they'll be like, nah. Or the other side of that, which is in 2 weeks, they're going to be like, hey, we got a DLC for Samus's something or another. And you're going
Right.
to fucking buy it.
Yeah, no, I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Yeah. You already
Doesn't
bought the DLC.
Yeah, I know. I bought the physical DLC that adds the ambient music to the fucking stupid desert. Oh, anyway, dude, it's upon us. We're less than 24 hours away right now recording. You listening, you are on the day of. I mean, hell, it could be hours away. The Game Awards are upon us. The pre-show starts 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern time, and dude, Jeff Keighley's birthday is ready to rock. I love it. I love what he does. Yeah, there's some interesting choices when it comes to the show. You got to pay for the show somehow. There's some interesting backing there. There's some interesting things with the panel of judges. I don't care. It's a celebration of games. We lost E3. We didn't have anything in this time slot. It's the end of the year. It's awarding developers and the artists and the creators and putting a spotlight on them. I fucking love it. And I have watched every single Game Awards from the original in 2014. I've been to 3 of them in person in LA. I fucking love the Game Awards. And, you know, when we can celebrate the art form that is video games and come together as gamers and just have fun and get excited about something, that's all that matters. And I know you're excited for it. And man, we're on the eve, on the eve.
Yes, we are.
So yeah. Uh yeah. Game Awards are upon us. And yeah, this is we wanted to, give you our hopes and dreams of what was being announced. There's a bunch of news, and we couldn't be more excited about the show. It sounds like a good one. Everything is pointing to the fact that it's going to be a good one. They ended the last show last year with Intergalactic: The Heretic Prophet, a fucking new Naughty Dog IP from a first party PlayStation studio. Maybe we get the same and we see our boy Kratos in 2.5D Metroidvania from Santa Monica Studio. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to end the show with? Speculation's fun. It's a very exciting time. So, what are you guys excited about the Game Awards? throw it on Discord. Tell us what you're excited about. Tell us after the show what your takeaways were and what you were excited they announced. Let's get the conversation going. This is a good time to have conversations around the Game Awards and Jeff Keighley's birthday. So, yeah. What do you say we get the hell out of here?
Yeah, I got some Alan Wake to go play.
Yep, I got some Go See Yotei to go play. So this has been episode 33, our expedition, if you will. And yeah, go watch the Game Awards if it's about to happen or if it's going to happen tonight. Go watch it. Have fun. Watch it live. Dude, have a Discord chat of it live. Maybe we'll open up a Discord channel, not a voice channel, but maybe a chat channel that we can all chat about it as it's happening. And we can have some fun there. So go watch the Game Awards. And if you're listening to this after the Game Awards, what a show, right? So have a great rest of your evening, night, day, whenever you're listening to this, and keep the conversation going.
Peace.
Shapes of Gaming is a podcast shaped around gaming and, most importantly, our community. That's you. It is written, created, and recorded in beautiful Colorado Springs, Colorado, by me, Matt Stenson, and my good friend Bob Harriman. If you would like to be part of this amazing community, be sure to like, subscribe, or follow us on all the social media platforms or the podcast app of your choice. Thanks so much for listening, and always remember, keep the conversation going, and most importantly, keep gaming.